let us celebrate. This is not the time to be alone. This is the time to wind on a bumper. So let's be amazing, keep the fire blazing. With no prayer in the world, let me get on back in the air. I want you to jam on somebody now, hold on somebody now, keep the company. I want you to jam on somebody now, hold on somebody now, make them your family.
Thank you so much, Digicel, for letting us use this clip, No Time Like Now, produced by NH Productions, a song that was riveting and is going to live with all of us for every single carnival to come. Now, of course, carnival is not something that just happens in Trinidad and Tobago, but it happens regionally as well. And that's something that Blaxx was known for accepting the Caribbean family throughout the world and bringing them into the Soca fraternity. And we have with us on the line this morning Teddyson John from St. Lucia to share with us a bit more about the way Blaxx embraced the regional Soca fraternity. Good morning, Teddyson.
Hey, morning, how are you?
We're good, and we're thankful to have you with us on the show this morning as we celebrate the life of Blaxx.
Yeah.
Tell us something
Thank
this
you for
morning.
having me. Yeah.
Now, tell us something this morning. Who was Blaxx to you?
Wow. A couple of things, a couple of words, a couple of things just come to mind. He was that icon. He was selfless. You said something a while ago where you said he was known for embracing other artists from different islands, and I had that personal experience with him. When I came over to Trinidad, I realized how serious it was. Like I was a part of a historical band, and as a St. Lucian in the front line with the All Stars, it's never really happened before. And he was one that advice and that mentorship. He was a soldier. He was a true defender of soca, of the art form. Sometimes we have people in front of us, there, and we don't really see the value of them, totally until they're gone. And that's just a messed up thing about life, For some strange reason, when I saw Blaxx, something just felt, a little different this time. And I could tell that he was tired, just tired of the stress, tired of being sick. He was one that every time I performed on a stage or anytime I was like, okay, Uncle, what do you think I had to fix? What do you think I had to work on? And what do you think I had to? And he always used to tell you as it is. He told you as it is. I learned a lot in terms of even tailoring my performance and how, to go about certain things and just how to be comfortably me. Blaxx was comfortably Blaxx. He didn't care what, you thought about him. He embraced who he was, It doesn't matter where you put Blaxx in a show. When Blaxx reach, And the he just came and he did his thing, and just that unity that the band, had also, the All Stars. This is a definition of a true family. A true family, Blaxx, Juice, Giselle, the brass, Basie, Steve, everybody. Is a definition of a true family, and I was just happy that he opened up his arms to me. They opened up their arms to me. Trinidad opened up their arms to me, by extension. But Blaxx will never be forgotten. Um, the legacy is too strong to deny what he did. Everybody, I said on a live that everybody went to the school of Blaxx. You know, everybody, that's everybody. All artists went to that school. And that school is basically telling you as it is and making you fix what needed to be fixed. All of us were kids. You know, when I look at the history of even pictures where, you know, Destra was in the band, everybody, you know, I was probably still in church, you know, at that time. But it's real history with everybody, and the more you get to know, the more you get to appreciate. But he will never be forgotten.
Teddyson, you know, one of the things you said is everybody went to the School of Blaxx and that he's never going to be forgotten. So can you share with us one thing that you learned from the School of Blaxx that you are going to carry with you for the rest of your life?
Like just how to be comfortable, for me, comfortable on stage. I learned how to speak on stage where people can understand everything that you say. You know, sometimes you just take your time with audiences. Take your time. Don't rush. You understand? Just take your cool time. Let people get to know who you are. You know, and if every time you had to come on stage, you say who you are. That's why you always get. You know, my name is Teddyson John from the beautiful island of St. Lucia. I would say it anytime and everywhere that I go because people will remember if they don't remember anything else. But I just learned that be comfortable with who you are. They used to they used to make jokes and call me Young Blaxx. Yeah, I think we have a bald head and you know, and my belly wasn't bigger as Blackstone, but hey, hello, I'm just saying. But they used to call me Young Blaxx because we have a lisp, and just be comfortable. He's like, Teddy, just be comfortable with who you are, yo. You know, be comfortable with who you are, and when you get on stage, you go do Teddy. You know, and that is something that I will take, you know, with me, just being comfortable with who I am, you know, as an artist, embracing who I am as an artist, and still give a message, you know, through my music. There's a place and time for everything, apart from soca being the jump and wave and the bend downs, you know, you still got to give a message. So I will still continue to have these messages, you know, in my music.
Now, Teddyson, as a St. Lucian artist and coming across in TNT, was it easier for you to make that transition to the local scene, knowing how Blaxx embraced you and kind of make it a little bit easier?
Yes. It was way easier because the platform that Blaxx had, you know, was just a platform. When I got to Trinidad, I realized how serious it was. I don't know, because Ali wasn't like my. All the other years, I wanted to come into Trinidad. It was a little difficult, you know, sometimes to get in and to do that kind of stuff. And when Blaxx told me about being in the band, I realized how serious it was. When I came to LA, I used to hop on stage with, you know, Kess. I used to hop on stage with Bungie, you know. But you know how it goes. Sometimes when you you're popular at the time, you get to, you know, go everywhere with different people. But it's after that, you know, he spoke to me about actually joining the band, you know. And then that platform that he had is a platform I noticed that around the season, everybody wanted to get on. Everybody wanted to be a part of that because these stages are some of the most biggest stages you know, for the season. And that is stages that I used to watch in St. Lucia. you know, and hopefully wanting to get on there. So from like the Soca and Muka, you understand which is it QRC or something? There's some other shows, a couple of the notable ones, that Prestige. All these shows are shows I used to see in St. Lucia. But to actually be able to be there with a band that allowed me to be me, the band allowed me to, you know, do your thing. You understand? Blaxx allowed me to take it, you know, milk it, you know, push, do what I had to do. So that platform with him and the band Juice, you know, everybody just making it feel comfortable for me. It was way easier.
Wow.
With a big tune or not.
Yeah.
You know, that's where I give a lot of respect. I didn't have to have a big tune, you know, to be there. Big tune or not, hey Teddy, we push it, we push it. So that's what I appreciated about it. So it was way easier having that platform with him.
Now, Teddyson, were there any talks of a collaboration that we may have seen something for 2023 or 2024?
There was stuff of a collaboration that we were working on. There was actually a song that we did, but it did not get the airplay too much. It was something called Just the Way You Are. I think it was produced by Michael in the band. Like Michael is the sample guy. It was, I think, on the 5 Islands rhythm or something like that. But you know, sometimes you have so much music for a season that something gets, you know, tucked away in a corner. But definitely, we spoke about music and different up and coming, you know, projects. One of the projects that he loved that I did was the time when we did the Caribbean Moscato thing, the acoustic kind of thing. And one of his favorite songs on there, when he calls, he's like, yeah, but like Bobo. Yeah, like, you know. So we had a lot of talks with music and collaborations, and yeah, man. It's a very tough loss. It's a very, you know, that's big shoes to fill, you know.
Yeah.
There's only gonna be one Blaxx.
Of course, there's only going to be one Blaxx, and unfortunately, Teddyson, we have to end it there. But thank you so much for joining us on the Now Morning Show. Thank you so much for bringing that St. Lucian perspective to it, because we really wanted to know what impact he had on other artists of the island. So thanks so much for joining us on Now.
Thank you for having me. God bless.
All right, guys, and that was Teddyson John, and we're going to keep bringing on the artists, of course, to discuss their lives, to discuss their memories with Blaxx, and stay with us, because up next we have none other than Ronnie McIntosh with us. Stay long.